Have you ever wanted to wake up in a vineyard? Would you like that? I know I would. How about waking up in a vineyard to a day of exclusive wine tasting, followed by a pairing dinner curated in partnership with a world-class chef? Well, today, Deacon, Carpenter, and Tom Pierson from Bricoleur Vineyards is joining us to share the magic of this newly opened winery in the heart of Sonoma. And did I say it right, guys? I know we were doing it before, Bricoleur. Did I say it? Is that right?
You nailed it. That's absolutely right. Yeah.
I love it. So, all right, let's talk a little about the winery. There's a little history here with this. How'd this all come about? And my understanding, you guys kind of like just came up with it?
Well, the term bricoleur is sort of a French colloquialism, which basically means one who has somewhat of an idea and couples things together, building something while flying by the seat of their pants. When you're in the wine industry, you're basically flying by the seat of Mother Nature's pants, of course. So our founders, Mark Hansen, Beth Hansen, and Sarah Hansen, found this piece of property in 2014 and purchased it in 2015. And the estate has about 22 acres of planted grapes, Pinot and Chardonnay, because we're in the Russian River Valley. And our first vintage was 2017.
Wow. You said something really cool. I want to interrupt you because you said something about Chardonnay and Pinot. Those are the white wines more. Do you guys? Why is that in that area?
Well, Chardonnay is white and Pinot is red. And the reason, I'll let our assistant winemaker Tom talk about.
Yeah, here in the Russian River Valley, we have the maritime influence from the Pacific Ocean. So the nighttime is very cool as the fog rolls in, and then the summertime temperatures will reach anywhere into the mid 90s. And that kind of oscillation with the temperature is ideal for those two grape varieties, Chardonnay and Pinot.
I love this. All right, let's talk about the winery because, again, it's kind of new in a way. I mean, compared to some of the older wineries there, which is kind of interesting as you were telling the history. But what do you guys offer for people to come to this unique grounds?
Well, we have some wonderful tastings. We focus more on the food and wine pairing. We feel that our wine pairs much better with a really good meal, or just maybe some carbonara, basically. We have a world-class chef, Thomas Belak, who spent 21 years with the Four Seasons, mostly all over the world. He was in Hawaii. Where else was he? He was Vancouver. He was in Los Angeles, and he joined us in January of 2022. So he's a recent addition to our family. But he's elevated our two menus. We have one called Rooted, which is a 6-course paired meal with 6 of our wines. And we have a Soaring, which is a 3-course small bite pairing with 3 wines. And the reason we call the Rooted is that you're eating food and drinking wine from the same dirt. So everything comes from our estate here in Bricoleur.
I like that. Okay, you mentioned something about, of course, the wine and the food coming from the dirt. So I want to talk about the wine making because this is very interesting, and that goes to our assistant winemaker, who looks very young, by the way. I have to say that, which is pretty cool because, don't get me wrong, I mean, sometimes you have these old grumpy guys who've been doing it for so long who, Keanu Reeves has come and hung out to take their daughter and stuff like that, a whole nother story. But let's talk about this because the winemaking here is a little different than what we've seen, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm the assistant winemaker. I work under Kerry Gott, who's our head winemaker, and he's my mentor and close friend at this point. And so we farm Pinot Noir and Chardonnay here at the estate, and we also farm 9 other grape varieties just about 15 miles east of here in Fountain Grove. And so we're working with a handful of great different varieties, and it kind of just sort of celebrates what we can do in California with the great growing conditions. So we have Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, we have Cabernet Sauvignon, we have Syrah, Petit Syrah, Sauvignon Blanc. We're making a Zinfandel. So when we're working with that many grape varieties in the cellar and producing these great wines, our chef and our culinary team just love finding the right food pairings to match up against all these different flavor profiles, which really makes it kind of a great experience from bringing it all the way from the vineyard to the cellar and then to the final tasting experience for our guests.
I love it. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm going to get in trouble. I know I'm going to do this, but I watched the menu, okay? But what I loved about the menu was how they were talking about the wines and the food together to give you that nice, taste and everything. And that's what you're saying that you will get here. But let's talk about staying here at the vineyard.
We have a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bathroom home that we call the Vineyard Residence, which is just north of us on the estate. We have 40 acres here, so the residence has a private entrance which looks onto the vineyard as well as the Mayacamas Ridge. We sort of tailored our program here to be more like the agroturismo programs you find in France or Italy, where you stay on a property and you get fresh eggs from the hens, you get fresh veggies from the farm. When you stay with us, you get a bottle of Brut, our wonderful flying by the seat of your pants Brut, and our estate-grown and pressed olive oil. And you have access to me. I'm the concierge here, so I can help book experiences. So whether you're brand new to wine country or it's your 9th time here in 3 months, there's always something new and exciting going on this side of the mountain. And of course, I'm referring to our neighbors on the other side, Napa. We have access to the coast. So you can come stay with us, having a day of adventure and wine tasting, and then you can crash in a very comfortable king-size bed in the residence.
I like that. And you saw me talk about the menu, so you're getting that kind of experience without the ending. If you haven't seen the menu yet, there's a very interesting ending. But look, you guys are laughing at me. You're like, Brad, don't Brad. Did you guys see the menu? You guys, of course, you had to see the menu, right?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty cool. And I like this. I do want to ask another question. I know we've been seeing the rain over there. Does that affect you guys in any way, or does that help you grow better wine?
There is some, sad part with this amount of rain. There's some devastation going on. So, I feel for those people experiencing some of those issues. But for us, and generally for the farming community, it's filling up the reservoirs. And that's a positive thing. So going into the 2023 growing season, we're going to have water, we're going to have full reservoirs, and we're just kind of hoping that this rain can extend itself through February into March, so that when the vines come to life, when the soil temperatures come up a little bit and they start to, buds start emerging, that they have good amount of soil moisture in the soil come springtime.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad you guys joined us and you guys played along with my whole movie talking and everything like that. And so that's the hospitality they have there. Please tell them where they can find more information about the vineyard and staying and coming and enjoying the wine and the food.
So you can visit Bricoleur Vineyards with an S.com, and that has all of our estate information, where to stay, how to stay, and our rooted menus, which changes every 8 weeks. And incidentally, for your viewers in Phoenix, we now have direct flights into our Santa Rosa airport, which is only 10 minutes away from our estate.
Ooh, I like that. I tell you, that's awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, and looking forward to maybe coming over there and having some fun at the vineyard. So thank you.
Look forward to hosting you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.